Tape Never Lies Network, home of the greatest Chicago Bears fans on earth.
The following show is for mature audiences only.
The Tape Never Lies Network.
The tape never lies.
Tape never lies.
Starts now.
The tape never lies.
The Tape Never Lies Network. Starts now.
The Tape Never Lies Network.
Yeah, you look at the tape. So as a coach, your resume is the tape.
Loses the football. Strip sack and
Bears our live. Bears our live. We go online right after Bears games with your boys draft talk in the smartest man alive. Bears our live.
Son of a bitch, you better block.
Bears our live. We go online right after Bears games with your boys draft talk and the smartest man alive. Ran up with the true analysis you expect. Raw passion for the show. Bears fans get nothing less. Locked in with real emotion and passion for every play. Coach Phil to bring that range in with facts my show. Post game show like nothing else you're gonna hear. Some can try to copy, but a bucket's not sincere. Delivering the truth of what just happened, to be clear. That's why we're on TV, so you can see it, not just hear. Hey yo, with Draft Dr. Phil, you know it's always hit sticks. True to fundamentals, never gimmicks and tricks. Guess we're moving Soldier Field up to Arlington Heights. Mill out counting bucks while the mayor picks fights. As our life keeps growing, Shane's all knowing. Delivering the truth on how the QB's throwing. Dimes on time, just lacking fundamental. Whatever the case, we get hot like Senso. Fiery discussion about what happened in the game. This ain't your daddy's postgame, so expect the fucking flame. Not for the average fan, how long they can survive.
But don't you worry. Bears Our Live.
Bears our life. Bears our life. We go
Let him sit his ass there again. I don't think we're that much worse.
The myth, the red legend, Dr. Phil Otoshun.
This is football, baby. Culture is the problem. Let's get on little things. Bears our life. Bears our
Son of a bitch, you better block.
life.
That's what happens. That's when you have a real
right
good team.
and let's get it on.
Give me some fucking names.
This is Bears Hour Live.
Welcome to BHL as the Bears move to 10-4 on the season. Everybody super happy? I don't know. Don't forget, we're going to keep it truthful here. Buckle up. There's some negatives coming, I think. We'll see. 10-4, any way you slice it, we'll take it in Chicago. And I hope everybody that picked against the Bears, all you fucking idiots out there, I hope you're happy with your choice. Let me grab my guy, bring him out here, DDP. Like I said, I know it's a big win, but there's some concerns out there in terms of play calls and execution, but I'll let you do your thing and take it away.
Yeah, Shane, a lot of positives also comes with a lot of negatives. If we're keeping it 100 like we do here on this big show where real fans who want to be educated come for the truth. That's the reality of the mission statement here. I don't pull any punches. I just keep it real. Today was a questionable day in regards to the play calling, I gotta say. When I step back from this game, I look at Ben Johnson's usage of formations and personnel. Now, how in a 31-3 win can I say that? I say it because you're identifying a move towards playoffs and even bigger. I just don't quite understand some of the play calls. But let's focus on the positives. Caleb Williams, probably the greatest throw I have ever seen. I'm going to put my name to that. A Chicago Bears quarterback make was that touchdown pass to DJ Moore. I was no. What? No. What? I'm sure a bunch of you also were there with me and watching the replay from the other angle. You could just see where Caleb Williams is on another level of Daryl Johnston's ability in his brain to even fathom talent at this level. I don't think Bears fans, all those Justin Fields people, those people that left and became Steeler fans only to find out he's with the Jets now. All of you haters, the Bajent crew with Judah Tribe and the Mongolian whatever. If you can't see this level of ability, I don't know what to tell you. DeAndre Swift and his ability to become a NFL jawbreaker, someone who's going to go down fighting. The Georgia Bulldog is back in this kid. The ability to read the hole, drop his pads, move his feet. It's just a sight to be seen. I love some of the counter misdirections. I know they kept it real simple today, I think, with the Packers on deck. But this is the number 2 ranked defense in the league. It shouldn't be overlooked by the team's record. A lot of people, like Shane, were saying, those punks were picking against the Bears, not me. And it just showed itself what a better football team should look like. But that doesn't go away from the things that got to be fixed. Ben Johnson has to be fixed. I know. I'm just telling you as a coach, I don't like the gun so much. The gun run, the situation, 3rd and 1 on first down. Manungai gets 9 early in the first half, right? The bad spot by a bad crew, and Torbert, every time he's reffing, he's going to screw something up. The fumble on the sack was atrocious. That was a fumble 100%, but they misspot Manungai and give him 9 instead of 10, so it's 2nd and 1. We throw. Cole Kmet, which is another problem, continues to, we call this security catch. So when you're not a good catch person, you try to fall to protect the ball and make sure you're catching it. This happens way too often. I'm not hard on Cole. I'm just honest. If Cole was my son, if Cole was on my team, this would be the biggest thing we'd have to fix. Stop falling to the ground. It's unnecessary. He drops that ball, and then all of a sudden, it's now 4th and 1 or 3rd and 1, and you're throwing deep again instead of running, getting the first down, and drilling these guys. And then you have to punt because of that. That kind of stuff isn't going to be okay as you move forward. We saw that last week in the critical situation against the Packers. This is something I really got to look at, and we really have to look at the tape this week. Probably my best tape work, even though I've been sick, was this Green Bay tape showing you the lack of effort on scramble drill, lack of understanding on routes, the hand placements for some of these receivers. The Antoine Randall has to really work. I know Luther Burden got hurt here, but I'm just looking at Luther Burden, several passes just right on the money. He's got his hands the wrong way. When it's low and you are down by your hip, you put your hands, thumbs in, you become a wall that blocks the ball down. And you end up having to trap it against your body. He's done this several times this year. It really has to stick with him with coaching. Randall L's got to get on him. Ball's low, thumbs out, make the catch. You're going down the field. Then on another play, he makes a tremendous spin, jukes. Then he falls down right in front of the first down. Those things got to change. Situations, knowing where you are on the field, and getting there. Another negative is the pass rush. Okay, we got to get a better pass rush here. They got to finish. Too many times we're seeing guys not finish. Good to see Booker trip sack at the end and put it away. I got to shout out the defense here. Again, Nashawn Wright, DJ Garner-Johnson and company really getting the turnovers.
Don't forget DeMarco Jack.
I wasn't literally going to say his name. DeMarco Jackson, who we had here on TTNL. Go check out the interview with him on our Patreon right below me here, right there. TapeNeverLies.com. Become a patron. You want to see the truth. Offensive line, defensive line, secondary. Not just Caleb, but obviously a lot on the offense and situations and personnel usages, all of that stuff. Alleviating the stats. Today's a showcase why stats don't count. They don't matter. Your completion percentage bullshit, you blog boys, all of you manipulators of English language or whatever you want to do. This is the reality. Manungai, screen, the first drive, right in his fucking hands. Turns his head. All he has to do is catch the ball. They got it right down the field, and your completion percentage then changes, right? Manungai had 4 drops today. Those 4 drops in your completion percentage chart or net that you want to have so you could talk about this quarterback differently. Shut the fuck up. It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen, ever heard. You took a percentage goal from a coach in the preseason, and now you've made it your marching demand and command for the year. Every fucking reporter from Courtney Cronin, Adam Hogue, that it's guy down the line. We got to talk about the completion percentage on a 10-win football team. Watching this quarterback do what he does is obsolete. Doesn't fucking tell the story. Catch the ball. Are the balls on the money? Are they on the money? That's it. There was an underthrow. There should have been a pass interference on the DJ Moore. Other than that, I'm talking about dimes all over the field, including the best throw I have ever seen a quarterback on your Chicago Bears ever make, and it ended up being a touchdown. Get off this negative train. Relax with the understanding of the quarterback. Let's look at the big picture here. The running game is taking on the identity of the football team. Each week, one of those running backs has stood out and stepped up. Today happened to be DeAndre Swift. He was the hot hand. You stay with the hot hand and you get it going. Tremendous showcase out there. And yes, one other, Shane jumped in there. I want to shout out to DeMarco Jackson because this kid continues to be one of those players that just fits the fabric of what it is you're trying to build here on this defense and getting himself in the right position to make a play all the time. It wasn't just one play. And then having Edwards out there running up, closing the distance. Really big point of emphasis. If you're going to play a lot of this 2-man stuff and keep those 2 safeties free, or you're going to run man coverage, you got to close the distance in when ball's in the air to contact. And DeMarco Jackson is doing a great job closing the distance, getting shots on Harold Fannin, and putting the ball down and taking people down. So big game for the Chicago Bears. No one should ever pass the buck on this. You needed this win. You had to win. There was all this trap talk. The spread was 7.5. Thank God I told everybody, take the 7.5 and the Bears, because they're going to win. And boy, did they win. 10-4, Shane. That's my rant today.
Phil, we're used to having these games, you know, and talking about the negativity when we're 4-10.
Right.
That's been our history, and it's not being haters. We're always going to be honest with you guys, no matter what we see. And yes, while it was an ass kicking in the box score, the Bears still have a lot to work about. We're not the only ones that are going to say that. I think Ben Johnson will be upfront and honest about it. I mean, Caleb Williams, much the same. They understand that. Like Ozzie today, and I understand who he's going against, but it seems to me, Phil, like they just said, we're putting you out on an island, kind of make your way here with the best in the game and see what it is, because there was a few of them, there was just no help for them, and it looked that way.
Anybody checking in on EJ? He's currently with a box of tissues waiting for the Jets game. Oh, sorry. Jets will start a rookie quarterback.
Undrafted free agent.
Oh, boy. Shane, can't say enough good things about the ability to take away the football. I got to say this, though. I'm right about Jalen Johnson. Everybody else is wrong. You can have...
I got to laugh, though. The text thread with you, I and Cap was epic timing, to say the least.
That was perfect timing. He got lucky with that pick. I'll tell you that. Because he's getting burnt like fucking toast all over the field. Anybody calling this guy elite is comedy for me. Sorry. Double H, he's not elite. He's a good player. And you could trade good players and get better players. I just will keep that 100. Jalen Johnson, the next tackle. I last week I got on a rant about Javon Dexter after watching the tape of Jalen Johnson cost you the Packers game. Jalen Johnson's lack of effort, just letting you know. Let's see if he brings it next week. Let's see if fucking Jalen Johnson brings it next week. Put that shit on your shoulders, Jalen. Be the fucking leader and make some fucking plays against fucking Jordan Love. How about that challenge? How about every fan put it on Jalen to do some shit next week? Does that hurt your pride there, fans? You Jalen fans? It's just the honest truth. I don't see an elite player. I haven't seen it since he's been here. I've seen a good player and then a rising player to be really good. I have never seen great. It's just the reality of where I watch tape. And listen, I want him to be great. Trust me.
Of course.
But this dude's just, who is this dude? Fucking just roasting by him, toasted him 3 times. The other underthrow for fucking Shedeur Sanders underthrew the ball. He was wide open again. For fucking underthrew it by fucking 14 yards. Shedeur Sanders, bad. Not the quarterback. I know some people left the Bears to become Shedeur fans. Can you imagine that?
Was that true?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pathetic. Well, that Lambo, that
maybe it isn't true.
That Lambo's gonna crash too. But
Cairo Santos,
yikes,
gotta be better.
Can't miss. Listen, and even the back and forth with Bullets and I on Cairo, it's always been about long field. You cannot miss 35-yard field goals. I don't care what the temperature is.
100%.
Doesn't matter. You cannot miss 35-yard field goals. It is unacceptable.
Guys, I got to be honest. It gets me nervous. Something to put in your pocket for next week. If you're not a patron, please become a patron. TheTapeNeverLies.com. Have some fun with us. You want to communicate. We can go back and forth. Obviously, we bring people on this show all the time. Here's the coach here. But these guys are taking a long time to kick. Our kicker and our
injuries to note here. Guys that did not finish the game. Luther has an ankle that we need to take a look at. Hopefully have more information tomorrow. Eamon didn't finish. He had a hamstring that we'll see the severity tomorrow as well.
Yeah, they need Luther.
Got hurt, had a little re-aggravation of the foot, so we'll see.
They need Luther though
going forward. Beyond that, in terms of the game, I thought the guys did a great job coming out and taking care of the business. We talked about that here this week. You come off a very highly emotional game the week before, and we ended up on the loss side of that one. and it's the easy thing to do is allow that to spiral out of control, and the guys didn't allow that to happen. They came back to work and handled the process really well, and like I said, they took care of business here this week.
Was atrocious.
I thought the coolest thing about it, not only the weather, those guys handled it extremely well, but to see our fans come out in full force like they did, and really made an impact on that game. You could hear them, you could feel them on out there, and I could tell that
I don't give a fuck.
our opponent was struggling with
Throw the ball to
crowd.
Loveland.
So we're going to need that going forward. Couple more home games here this regular season, and we'll keep it moving. I can't say enough good things here about our defense.
I think the Browns would be better with Ryan
really
Clark
an outstanding performance. I know we gave up a couple explosives that we'd like to have back, but outside of one or two plays, they really did a phenomenal job, shutting down the run game, making it 2nd and long, 3rd and long, and getting off the field. When you combine that with the takeaways, once again, 3 takeaways there in the second half, which were enormous for us.
Chat is on fire.
It really, I thought,
We're going to get to
carried the
all
day
your
for us.
super chats,
Offensively,
so get them in there.
Tough opponent. That's a really good defense. We talked about it being a top 3 defense going into the week, and that proved to be the case. We had some success at times, but yet it wasn't as consistent as we would like it to be. Moved the ball somewhat well in the first half, but yet didn't capitalize with points
Just
the way
take
we would
the
like
fucking
to.
first down, Ben.
And
3rd and
second
1.
half, we were able to find a couple more opportunities for points. So,
do you know what the
all in
first
all, I
play
thought
of the
it
game
a
was,
pretty
Shay?
good day. Special teams came through for us. Duvernay had some big returns.
Say again?
Our kickoff
You know what
unit
the
once again
first
showed
play of the
why
game
we
was for the
believe they're a
Bears?
weapon for
I
us.
don't remember.
And
Action.
so that was really encouraging to see as well. So
Boot
we'll
to
go
the
ahead
right.
and open it up from there.
We see a lot of Caleb putting the accuracy, just putting the ball where it would lead the receivers into more yards today.
Did I see that today? Is that what yeah. Once again, I got to go back and I got to look at it. Sometimes my perspective.
Yeah, I saw a lot of that, and I saw a lot of
that for me,
drops.
but yeah, I thought he did a good job finding some open guys, and it did feel like we had a little bit more run after catch here this week than what we've
Appreciate
maybe
you,
had over
Richard
the last few
LaFleur.
weeks, and so usually that's a good
And
sign.
I'm sure you're smoking a nice fatty right now, too. I wish I could join you.
After this?
Yeah, once again, I got to go back and look and see if that is the case where
That
I know our
Luther
completion
Burden
percentage
drop
maybe a
just
tick higher than what it's
brutal.
been, so that's a good
so
thing.
fucking bad.
We'll go back. We'll
Got to
find
talk about
out
Monungai there too.
what we did well and
Oh.
what we need to clean up. But there's a
4
number of
dropped
areas.
by
You
Monungai.
win a game 31-3,
4.
and yet there's still a number of areas where we need to
Oh, sounds
address,
like
and we need to continue
TTNL.
to get better as a team.
Sounds like Shane just said he would admit
Touchdown
that.
pass to DJ, where Caleb goes right and just makes that kind of ridiculous throw.
Yeah, no, it reminded me a little bit of was it Philly that he threw it to OZ in the back of the end zone? He's rolling to
Yeah,
his right.
and
we just
OZ
barely
fucking
missed
can't
OZ. I
get
think that
there
was Philly.
because OZ is
And similar
fucking
type
jogging.
concept where he's rolling to his right, and he finds the guy on the back of the end zone behind him like that. And I would say 99% of quarterbacks, you tell them don't even waste your time looking back there and trying to make that throw. There's usually bad things that happen, and yet he's got the ability to make that throw. And DJ made a heck of a play.
But the
there
former
on the back line
Jets
as well.
scout
So,
genius said that the
yeah,
Bears
that was
are
one
going to
of those
consider
highlight
trading
moments there.
Caleb Williams, or should consider trading him this offseason.
Guys,
yeah.
Good call.
pretty good chance he was going to play.
Bring him on the show.
Yeah, pre-game re-aggravated the foot, so we'll find out.
I wish I had money to
tomorrow,
bet,
the
because
extent of
then
that.
if someone would bet for me and split, I'll give you the winner.
Find out more tomorrow. I really don't know. I really don't know.
I'll
right
take
now, how the
20%.
extent
That's
of
it.
Something like that happens right before. a
I
game,
gotta
and
do
you're
what I
solely
gotta
focused
do.
on getting the next guy ready to perform at a high level.
It's 2 weeks in a row that's happened to really important players. How frustrating is that? How do you kind of process that?
I really don't process it. All I think about is what we need to do to win the game.
Ben, what was your reaction? Obviously, you haven't seen the film, but your immediate reaction to the way your offensive line did against such a talented Browns line.
Not one. Will someone question?
Yeah, I thought we did some good things, and there's a couple that we wish we had back.
It's
the
14
false starts
nothing.
frustrate me
Run
a
the
little bit.
fucking
We're
ball.
past that here at this point. And then we have a ball handling snafu there in the second half. That can't happen. I mean,
How's
those are
Shady
things
McCoy Anybody check
those should be
on him?
behind
Is
us
he
now at this
okay?
Oh,
point.
I already
Those guys
tweeted
know
him.
that. They understand that.
Ask
because
him.
when you face these good defenses, these good teams,
This is
you
the
really
kind of
can't,
guy
you can't
that puts
give them
orange juice
anything.
in
You,
his
can't, you don't
cereal.
have any
Shady
mulligans. And
McCoy.
so,
In his
other than
Cocoa
that, though,
Puffs.
I do think those guys came out and battled. I think they were
What?
looking forward to the
Someone
challenge.
sent me his
You talk
clip.
about
Like,
all week
what
how fast the
world are you even
linebacking crew
talking
is that
about?
we were going against and how
Never
you got to
heard
take the
anything.
proper angle. And then obviously their defensive front,
Shady
their
McCoy.
get off.
How
It's
does your
something that's
boy
very difficult to
Shador look?
simulate over the course of practice.
Awful.
And,
That's how.
And so it can be a shock if you're not prepared for it. And I thought our guys.
And
handled it
before
really
anyone
well.
goes on about that offensive line, I watched the quarterback play last year with a worse line than that.
Yeah, our guys understand it. They know where we are in the season. You know, they know what's out in front of us, and they know how competitive the NFC is. So it doesn't take much from the head coach at this point. They get it, you know. And I've been saying all along, we got some veteran leaders that they've been here, they've done that, they've won games, they've been close before, and so I think we got a really good big picture view of where we are and where we're going and what we need to do in the here and the now.
10 wins, Shane. Unbelievable.
Not really. We're just
it.
on to the
10
next one. You know, it's
Gonna have to put
10's
this
great,
game on
but
up here,
it's not
huh?
enough.
What impressed you most about DeMarco's play on leaping interception?
Tevin leaving with a shoulder injury.
Yeah, I think that was the
Classic.
game changer to me. You know, you're always looking for a
something
little
we're
bit
used to here, right?
spark your team, ignite your team there, and in the second half, that's really what it was. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was the score 14-3 at that point? Yeah. So we really needed it because we were able to capitalize and make that into 21-3, and it felt like we took firm control of the game there at that point. So he's done such a great job coming in, you know, at the end of training camp or whenever that was, and picking up the defense. I know he had some familiarity there with DA, but to go from a guy contributing on special teams to playing significant snaps.
Oh, Garner Johnson, if he went to the left,
that's a big credit
would
to
have
him.
scored,
You guys
followed,
you guys have 3 huge
fired.
games left. How do you feel about your team's readiness for that kind of stretch, especially compared to where you guys were at the start of the season?
Fuck.
Yeah,
Can we talk
we're
about this
definitely a better
goddamn
football
game,
team than
Jason?
we were,
For Christ's
that
sake.
first month of the season.
bad.
And probably these 3 opponents we're playing coming up, they're all going to say the same thing. And so I know at this point, I know we're a good football team. And I'm looking forward to seeing this competition over the next 3 weeks as
That's
they
what
are.
it should
You know,
be
I think our
about.
players are
Good-
excited to be in
good
this spot.
response,
They
coach.
put themselves in we're 10-4, and we've got a lot to play for here over the next 3 weeks. And really in this league, you can't ask for a lot more than that.
We talked a lot about
Last
DK last
one.
week and the lack of production. And you kind of, these things happen the way games go. Did you foresee this at all, the way he was going to play today and the kind of production?
I think he's been playing this way every week, you know, and it's just we haven't been able to get him the ball or get the ball in his hands. And so we're
Some of
able
those
to
throws
target him
today
a few
were
more
just
times. And
tremendous.
he came through
Like,
with some
just
big plays for us.
over and underlooked.
Sometimes these things come in bunches, you know, you kind of have a dry spell and then all of a sudden
I don't
come
think
on
this
hot
should be
here
his
over the
last
next 3
question.
games and
One person
just
asked
really
him about
take
these
off.
fucking
That's the way
situational
it tends
calls.
to happen, which would be a good thing for us. Yep. Thank you.
Sad that
Well,
they don't
nonsense.
talk
Check it
about
at the door. Ben Johnson said.
3rd down and 1. Why are you throwing there?
Yeah, but that's the thing, Phil. But again, there an article will be, you know, lead the Sun Times or the Athletic tomorrow. It'll say, you know, the Bears win by 28 points, even though Caleb Williams had a horrible throw in
Broncos
the 3rd
stop
quarter.
him on 4th down.
Yeah, they reviewed it. Yeah, it was a great play. But that's the thing, and it's can't focus on that. I don't think Caleb's focused on it whatsoever. But you know, now you're moving in. It was good. Say what you want about Cole Kmet. It was good to see him be able to get back out there because it's critical.
When I watched the replay, initial, it looked like, oh, maybe he got hit in that fucking.
I thought maybe it was a hyperextension at first, the way that his knee buckled.
Watching the replay, it looked like
I think
maybe
it was
when
one
it
of those
hit the
ones
ground.
that was so cold out.
Yeah.
It like scared the shit out of him. Like, fuck, I just, you know,
I think his
tore
foot
ligaments.
hit the ground.
Yeah.
Hard.
But
Because
now
I'm like, there's just nothing there to show
you're
an
talking
injury.
about getting Edmonds back. you obviously want to. Hopefully, Luther Burden is not big time injured, and you're going to lose him because he is explosive with the ball in his hands. I mean, a couple of those cuts that he had today, it's just something that you don't see Chicago Bears wide receivers. You just don't see them make.
Yeah, we got to get Burden back. I'm disappointed, Shane, in Antoine Randall L's receiving core. I got to be honest, man. I don't know how Ja'Day Walker isn't giving more.
The biggest thing that I've heard on Ja'Day, Phil, and I think that what it comes down to is it sounds like he has not grasped the playbook at all. And he's, it's one of those things that it's not just one or two plays, it's all of it. And he's constantly lining up wrong. And
you got to get this
that's
kid,
the issue. Yeah,
JP
I get it.
Richardson up from the practice. Zacchaeus, man, up and down with these flips and drops.
And if you put that one back to where Zacchaeus slips, that's going for massive yardage. It really is. I mean, Caleb was locked in, and Phil, I've watched that touchdown to DJ Moore in the back of the end zone, and it's almost hard to grasp.
Bro, it's the greatest throw I've ever seen.
So all Bears fans are aware, that is going to be called a lucky throw by the likes of Peter Bukowski, Shady McCoy, everybody like that. Whereas if Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes or somebody like that made that, it would lead Sports Center. I mean, that's not what we're looking for, but that is a unicorn level fucking throw.
100%. I don't come on here in a rant and say it's the best I've ever seen a Bears quarterback throw. I mean, it really, truthfully is, and you're 100% right, Shane. And I think it needs to be re-emphasized that there is a bias. It is real. And a lot of you assholes, even in the chat, help that bias flow by not recognizing what kind of superstar you have at quarterback here. The talent surrounding him is not there yet. I'm just being honest. You have pieces, but it's not there yet. It's almost there. There needs to be 2 more receivers here. I don't know why fucking Rome Odunze is even in the process of playing in this game if his foot is hurt and you're bringing it's not necessary with this kind of weather, but they do it. And of course, back-to-back weeks in warm-ups, we're dealing with players going out, and then
Phil, the thing about it is you
done for the year.
Kyler Gordon to IR, and you hope that's not the same with Rome Odunze. I mean, that's the shitty part about it is, I mean, you have to. Obviously, you're not going to make the move now, but when you get to the offseason, this Chicago Bears medical team is got bullseyes on their foreheads about the way all of these injuries have been, the soft tissue, and all right, let's get listen, you have any sort of a foot issue, you 100% have to err on the side of caution with a top 10 wide receiver in the weather that they were playing in today. Let's be honest. And the Bears chose not to, and it bit them.
Yeah, I think it was stupid. Again, I said it before the game. I'm like, oh, geez, he's going to play? Then he must be okay. Then for Shane to text me that I guess he's out. He might not. Come on. Hopefully it's not as serious.
Nobody said he's out for the year. See, you said, yeah, you're hopeful. You lost Kyler Gordon, who is on IR, and his only chance to come back is for potentially a playoff game. But at that point, guess what, Kyler? You're not starting over CJ Gardner-Johnson. No way around it. You don't deserve to.
Can't Kyler's make the club done for the year, right? He's done.
They can bring him back for the playoffs.
Fuck that. Just sit his ass. No one wants to see it now. I'm serious. What sense does he give? What, 2 plays and he's out after he does the fucking Spider-Man web?
Right.
Fuck out of here. And I love Kyler Gordon. Get your fucking head in the game, bro. I don't know what the situation is there. Just get healthy and bring him back next year. Put him at safety. That's what I would do. Bring Garner Johnson back. Bring this Byard needs to be re-signed. He should have been re-signed weeks ago. Now he can't be re-signed based on some sort of contract that clause in his contract until after the season, which is another drop by Ryan Poles.
He's not going anywhere. He's really not. I mean, he knows, Phil, and I mean, you heard Nashawn Wright come out this week and even speak on that he wants to remain in Chicago. You know, this is the team that believed in me, and again, we can talk about the issues with play calling and the issues with Antoine Randall L. But at the same time, when you talk about a guy that pretty much everybody was down on this team in the beginning of the year, in DeAndre Swift, he is a given to return, as he should be next year. You talk about a guy like a DeMarco Jackson that was claimed from New Orleans in his ascension. That's part of the coaching staff. You talk about where Colston Loveland was at the beginning of the year to where he is now. That's, that's a tip of the hat to the coaching staff.
Nashawn Wright.
Nashawn Wright, huge.
Definitely deserves to be back here, 100%. That's a must sign. I'm 100% trading Jalen Johnson. Not even
Bill. We've said about it for months, and people don't want to. People just want to say that it's hating. And listen, we're not going to. TTNL is never going to feed you a line of bullshit because we have a connection to a certain player. We're just not going to do that. That doesn't make you professional, by the way. Okay? We're being honest about it. You have to cut bait someplace financially with Jalen, and he's gonna want new money. You can't give him the stratosphere where his expectations are financially, and let a Nashawn Wright is what, 26 or 27 years old.
26.
You can't.
Nashawn is way more valuable in this defense than he is. And if he ever came to me for an extension, be like, okay, come on in my office. Let's put on this Green Bay game. Here's the play of the game. It's 3rd and 3. We have them stuffed, and you put a hand out there like we're playing fucking flag football. Fuck out of my office. Get your fucking shit. You don't want to tackle, you don't play here. He doesn't tackle. JJ is getting paid top 15 money. He's a top 28 corner. He's the 28th best corner. Guys that don't tackle don't help you. Show me him tackling. Show me. All you fucking blog boy bitch talkers, go on your show, run your mouth. Show me him tackling. He's got burnt the last 3 weeks. And then today, he luckily, that was a great reaction play, but Judy
I thought it was a touchdown in real time.
I thought it was a touchdown too. Now, before you make excuses that he's coming off injury, stop. He looks slow. He looks slow because that's what he is. Slow right now.
Here comes franchise quarterback Caleb Williams.
Franchise.
On that second touchdown pass to DJ Moore, and then what were your emotions as the ball was in the air?
It's a what you call on those plays like a hero post, and DJ did a great job beating his man. And I actually tried to throw one to OZ versus the Eagles. And so, it's popped up, when you got that much time, when you're rolling out and things like that, you peak those type of plays. And if he beats his defender the way he did, you throw it up and not throw it up, but you throw it and give him a chance. And
that was fucking
that's what he did. He beat his defender,
amazing
beat
throw,
the corner
Caleb.
pretty bad. And then
Best
all I had
I've
to do
ever
was
seen from
throw
a
a high
Bear.
back five is what we call it, back at the end zone. And he went up and made a great play for us.
Caleb should have been 25 out of 28
We
today.
were initially getting
All the
off to a
drop.
start, you were able to do it. How important was it to get off to that 14-0?
When you see the
Yeah,
Cole
extremely
Kmet drop
important.
on
I think,
tape,
you want to start the game off every week like that, but definitely this week, not allowing them to get going, not allowing them to, feel maybe some energy or feel, they can,
Ben could just
that
stay
they can
under
beat us. That's our
center
mindset
more.
going into this game, and starting fast and kind of
Just fucking
diminishing
run the
anything
ball
that
on
or
3rd
any
and 1,
thoughts
bro.
that may pop up of positivity on their side. That's the
Don't
mindset
pay
going
any
to,
of these fucking
games.
guys money.
On that ball to DJ, what were your initial reads on that play before you saw it?
Yeah, Cole. Number one was Cole, and then he got taken down by the DN, which is typically the guy that makes me get the ball out. And so, with all that space, I end up peeking. My other receivers on the front side, the other couple guys, and then
You gotta hope
from there
Burden
it's
comes back healthy.
just seeing and feeling space, seeing nobody was in the end zone back there with DJ, and just give him a good ball.
How do you describe this significance?
Devin Duvernay is
Yeah,
getting
you go.
more reps than fucking.
These are moments that I talk
I don't
about
even know
and
what
have
to tell
talked
you
about
here.
for a couple of weeks now is when, you get the interceptions or you get the turnovers and fumbles or whatever the case may be. You want to go down and score. It creates it creates a sense of momentum for us, and it gets everybody in it. It gets everybody going, and that momentum is important.
Moment with
to help us
DJ
win
and that
games.
pass interference
Shifting
that
and
didn't get called.
shifting energy, shifting momentum, shifting the points and things
why
like
doesn't
that.
he
Adding one more possession for
throw
us
his hands
is
up
huge.
and-
And so,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's something that
definitely wasn't
something that we're gonna
incidental
keep,
contact.
harping on, something that we're going to keep
Fucking
growing at.
Daryl
When
Johnston.
defense creates these
Are
turnovers,
you
got to
a
go score.
fucking CTE rot in the brain there? Incidental.
Nah, I can
Couldn't
make it.
believe it wasn't called.
How did you feel about your overall throwing accuracy today, and specifically leading your receivers?
Oh my fucking god, bro!
Don't know. I got to go back and watch the film. There's probably times where I could have done a better job. Maybe the Luther.
How many fucking balls were gorgeous today, man?
Not, but
No, that ball to
threw it
Luther
right
was
past the backer, and maybe I
right
could
where
have
it
brought it
needed
up
to
a
be,
little bit
Caleb.
more.
Caleb.
So Luther can maybe catch it a little bit cleaner. It was the one he dropped going to the right.
Yeah, the one to
maybe that
Zacchaeus
a
was
little
his
low,
worst.
but,
That
Zacchaeus
he's
ball
gone.
looked like it maybe got tipped.
I don't know. I have
It's
to
like
look
a
at that.
knuckle
We're gonna
ball.
keep finding ways to get better. And
I wanted to rewind
upping
it.
our chance to win the game by finding completions, delivering good balls, runner footballs to the
I
guys.
felt like the whole
allowing them
broadcast
to-
was
to
Shador Sanders
making
and
these
fucking
big
Miles
plays
Garrett
for us.
show.
What happened just before half when you got hit in the leg?
Well, I can't
His
imagine
shin hit
Daryl
me,
Johnson loves
right in kind of middle
Deion
of my
Sanders.
leg.
It's almost like they were
When I was
teammates.
going down and like a bruise or contusion on it. That was really it.
Eric, you're not wrong. He is the best on tape running a scramble drill.
We practice outside in this weather.
He's got no problem coming back.
With no
Comes
heaters,
back
no
to the ball.
benches, no anything.
And of course,
And
Patrick
so,
Surtain is
no,
down
it's-
injured for the
it's
Denver
football weather.
Broncos.
It's game day. You got a lot of adrenaline. We got the benches, the heaters, the jackets,
Is
which
that
everybody does a good job
ineligible
with.
downfield
And then,
here?
you
Maybe
go out
they
there
get a
and
call?
you get going, and you forget about those things. This is Chicago. You either got drafted here or you came here, and so you're expecting that when it comes down to these times of the year, and it's an advantage to us, I would say.
Caleb, you get to face Green Bay twice now.
Yep.
3 weeks. They'll be here in 5-6 days.
This is the biggest game of his career coming up.
Yeah, I'm excited.
100%.
Ended up obviously throwing the pick, as everybody knows, in those last moments, and kind of let that off the hook, throwing such a bad ball to Cole, and so I'm definitely excited. I'm excited for the moment. They're coming here, and it's another game for us, but I'm excited.
You could see this matters to him right there. That was a moment change.
Yeah, he ended up squeaking
Holy
through there.
shit.
I thought he was actually going to get tackled. There was a couple guys surrounding him, and he's a hell of a back for us.
And for all those haters, I think
a
there was
really
a
good player
great
for us to,
stat
put up
shown
7
on. I
points
know
on the
we
board.
talked about it
He squeaked
with
through
our
a couple
patrons at
arm
halftime.
tackles and made
But
a great
Caleb
play. Super
Williams
excited for
broke
him
an
and,
NFL
for us.
all-time
Yeah,
record.
you talk about not letting Cleveland get
1,000
What's
attempts
it like to be on a team and leading a team that you can do that you guys can
with
accomplish that
only
without you
12 interceptions.
Yeah, that's
the best
that's what
to
we
ever
speak.
do it.
That's what we preach. Offense, defense, special
1,000
teams.
attempts
The
with
killer
no,
instinct and
with the
starting
lowest
fast and all these different things.
interceptions
And
based on
we've had
1,000
some
attempts
ups
with
and downs,
12.
but I think we did a solid job with that this week. Of
And then he
kind of
continued
not
that
letting
because he threw
the
no
team
other
get into it, the other team
interceptions.
get into it from all three
So
phases.
he's continuing
and,
now to
I
build
think,
the
I think we
record.
need to keep that going. I
Think
think
about that.
we will, and I'm excited for that
So
to be able to help
I
these
can
guys
stop with your
in these moments.
completion percentage.
We heard from
Just
Zed
use
about
your
the importance
eyes.
of this game and understanding that what's at stake. Did you feel that during the course of this week, the preparation, that the focus that was there to?
Yeah, I think we've done a good job overall this year. The focus, the preparation, coaches have done a hell of a
And his
job. Putting us in the
1,000th
right spots, and
TD pass
us
was
going
a
out there and
touchdown,
believing in the coaches and,
right?
and executing the plays. I think we've done a good job with that so far this year, and we got to keep doing that and keep finding ways to get better overall, just as a team. And we left a lot out there, even though 31 points is, whatever the case may be. There was a lot left out there, at least on the offensive side of the ball.
Caleb, you guys have Packers, 49ers, Lions with your playoff hopes on the line.
Yep.
What was the call on that Broncos play?
Perspective.
Did you get
see.
it?
How ready do you feel like this team is for something like that?
Yeah, I think we're ready. I think we've played teams that have a bunch of wins. We play teams that don't. We've played close games. We played games where we've beaten teams by a lot.
I like your new logo
teams
there,
where we
Shane.
had to win with
Yeah.
special teams,
Right.
offense, defense.
Who has a
whatever case,
neon
whatever
business?
case.
I'd
Not
love
Ron
to-
G.
So I feel that we're ready for just about anything, hot weather, cold weather, whatever the case may be. We're gonna go out there and
I would
go out
love
there and
someone to
fight.
make
I
me
do know
that
that. And I
TTNL
like our
Network
chances, us versus anybody.
neon
On
sign.
that
Oh
touchdown
my
pass, it
God.
seemed like you did sort of a
Be in
celebration.
debt forever.
Did you take any inspiration from that?
It's a freezing cold, and it's cold outside. Brought my arms warm up a little bit.
There's a soccer player, Cole.
Oh, Cole Palmer, yeah, dog. I've seen some of his stuff. Watched his ball. Watch him. Play soccer. And he's pretty damn good. And he's done that. He's done that celebration a few times. And Cold Palmer is what they call him. And I've that inspiration kind of came from that a little bit.
Tough as nails, Caleb.
Touchdown to DJ, a little bit man-to-man.
Yep.
Came out there limping.
Basic pitch and catch.
Did they ask him about the
that's
injury?
something
yet?
that we've practiced that play so many times, and to be able to see it come to life. And DJ ran a great route. It actually did not work yesterday in practice, but we've repped it so many times that we've got so much faith and belief and trust. Coach made a great call, and DJ ran a great route. Just put the ball in the back of the end zone, let DJ go get it. We ended up just falling down and running into each other and things like that. And in those moments, it's like, coach likes things to look a certain way, and
Manon
it
guy
didn't look that certain
gotta
way.
get
So
better
it was,
catching the ball.
it was high
man.
on my totem pole for calls, but I'm happy you called, and DJ did a great job.
You have 151 passer rating today.
Yep.
What is it about that part of this
The
offense?
girl from Fox, what's her name?
This offense that is the play action. What is it that makes you so
Oh,
successful
yeah.
in those situations?
Yeah, I don't know. I was told I couldn't get under center and turn my back to the defense. So I don't know.
Yeah, TTNL was right there with you,
I think
Caleb.
the guys.
Caleb.
We tried telling
up
them.
front, they do a hell
You
of a
tried
job.
telling him, Caleb.
And it all
Point
goes
to your
into
boy
it, whether
there.
it's the run game, pass game, play action, keeper. All of it goes
Got a
into
big
it in the
show.
sense of we try to make and kind of take
Right
this
out the mic.
advice from Peyton is you want to make your run game, your keeper, and your pass or your play action game all look the same.
Maybe Lawrence Holmes
so
has
then
an
it gives-
opinion on
it
that.
allows me to have more time, and then I call my O-line the Avengers, and then you got those guys up front, so they give me enough time
love Caleb,
with enough
man.
space with the receivers we got
Love
and
that
the
he
special
just
talent
said
we
that.
have. We'll go make plays, and then when it's not
You,
there,
Lucas.
I think Coach trusts me to check the ball
They have
down
to
and
get
go make a
Lucas
play
a
for us.
producing job here.
Awesome, the Bears.
We really need somebody to, Jack. We need Jack back with these reels and shorts. Someone
Yeah.
who could produce these things for us.
But that's the thing, Phil. And I mean, this offseason, I guess we'll have to go back and just do a complete show of, pre 2024 draft when that was the thing. It's just like, guys, you can't show snaps of Caleb under center. So we did it.
And we proceeded to show like 28 snaps under center.
And, it's not something that he can do. He just can't do it. Everybody had all of these definitive statements on Caleb Williams. Have you noticed the chat today? Is there people that were here last week that aren't here this week? Yeah, that's what it is.
EJ doesn't show up when he gets his number
on
called.
wins. Never
does.
But he's not alone, Phil. It's just.
Why is Ryan Clark having an episode?
If you're a fucking Chicago Bears fan, how is Caleb Williams enemy number one? Think about how fucking lucky you are. People get mad at Phil and I. You would not believe the amount of DMs that I get from people saying, well, you guys criticize Caleb, but it's not the way that I want you to criticize him. You guys just say he needs to be better. Well, you're not listening. I don't need to criticize him the way that you want me to. Start your own fucking show. We told you from the beginning that you had a franchise quarterback in Chicago without a shadow of a doubt. And that it should have been proven to you with what he went through last year.
Exactly. The fact that it couldn't be made me, here's the confession. Shane is now the priest. Your Honor, or your father, or whatever, Reverend Shane. I have to admit, I hated a lot of people, and I use the word hate in all its senses, for completely disregarding the negligence, the complete shit show that was the Bears offense, their line, their play calling, their defense, the offensive line, the receivers that they had last year, and the effort that was put on the field. And yet and still, this kid picked himself up off the ground 60-something times, not even counting the amount of scrambles and runs and dives for first downs, trying to win each and every play, not game, every play. The reason Ben Johnson is here is because of Caleb. And to see people get after Caleb when they're not recognizing this is essentially his rookie year with an adult coaching, and they're still not appreciating this team, and you're 11, now you're what, 10 wins today? 10
and 4.
Wins. 10-4. From where you were, I had them predicted at 10 wins, 9 or 10 wins. So I'm right where I thought they would be and should be. To say Caleb Williams has regressed is honestly, you pull any analysis from them away. You avoid that person because they're not even in the vicinity of watching tape. They're just there to make sound bites or headlines or get clicks. All of them. I don't have any problem calling them out because they'll never stand and say they were wrong. They'll never do it. And that's the shameful thing. What Josh Allen did with the Bills and where he is. Jordan Love sat for fucking how many years? 5 years? Sat?
No. It was 3,
4?
correct? 3 or 4,
years?
yeah.
And
Yeah,
this is what? Now his 6th year?
Mm-hmm.
Caleb is in year 2 after being abused last year. And stop. Like, these fucking morons and haters. Like, what are you even looking at? I call it for what it is. DJ Moore, what he put on tape made the world start to question him. It was because of TTNL putting it out there, and some of these other guys showing these aren't run route. These aren't run right. And if you're a patron, Caleb's taking the onus of the throw last week, but honestly, Cole Kmet's route and his effort on that route sucked. It's a fucking game day touchdown if Cole plants, runs to the back corner, and scores. I promise.
And just to keep it a buck too, Phil, and like we said, Caleb hits him early. It's there if he sees him early. So
Which is a hard thing, moving to your left with the ball.
I get it. I'm just saying,
looking for the first is the flat read. That's why Cole has to. I don't think there's, and you patrons could respond right now for me. I saw Kerry Franklin say it. That breakdown I felt was one of the best I've ever done because there were so many people putting misinformation that, okay, we at TTNL just slowly showed it for every angle of truth. And you could see as I coached it up. I have no doubt if I was a single guy, I'd be in the NFL as one of these head coaches. Say what you want. I know that. I have to go on a different, God had a different plan. And so that's why me and Shane don't back down from these blog boys and these wannabe beat reporters and people that throw their names out there like they're clout. You come on here to get clout. This is the best post-game show here that's going to give you the truth about the game out there. It's no doubt.
You can come on for views. That'd help you.
You want to come on, get some views? Jump on. I have no doubt that my tape breakdown is going to give you the definition of every fucking play. Who is wrong? I don't need to know the name of their play. I'm just going to fucking show you the truth. And I'll just tell you, you guys that were remember that fucking moron Steve last week saying the play was designed for DJ Moore, and then obviously coach destroyed that 3 minutes later.
Steve probably didn't watch the game today because Tyson Bagent went home sick. So there was no reason for him to watch it.
When Caleb got up limping, thank you, Chad, and thank you, Guy. Let people know, honestly, we just want this to grow so that the mainstream media that's trying to stop us can not stop us on the underground, showing you guys the truth. I know the Bears, Ryan Poles and company, we have a love-hate relationship, but they can't deny that we're going to praise them when they're needed. If Ryan would listen to his partner, Ian Cunningham, who said it right to my face, listen, you hold us accountable. I get it. That's what we need to do. And that's where it needs to be. The Tape Never Lies is going to give you the reality of what this team is all about and where it goes wrong and where it goes right. And I have to shout out many of people, Shane obviously being one of them, Cars, Sean Stewart for all his work this year, helping me as I coach and do all this cutting tape for me. Ivan Vargas with his producing, Big Steve on the Bear Down with Big Steve. Surprised he's not. I think he's feeding the baby. There's Cars.
Mr. and Mrs. Cars, they survived.
They were high up there.
Yeah.
Shit, wind must blowing. Cherie, all the help she gives
Ron
us.
G. Notice that was me bringing up Ron G's name, not
Ron
Bill.
G. Where is Ron G? Get him on the show right now. Can you get him on?
He's looking for good Italian beef in Chicago.
He probably is. He knows the best spot. Next time I come to Chicago, Ron is picking the pizza place. Kerry Franklin, 0 for 1. The Mutter, Sean Sierra, 0 for 41 with his choice of pizza. Who else brought me? Aldo Gandia, 0 for 100 with his pizza choices. So we need to find a big pizza place.
Get well, Aldo, by the way.
Yeah,
Recovering
Aldo,
from a
get
stroke.
well.
Yeah, that's
Get well, Aldo. DeAndre Swift got well.
the thing, man. 18 for 98 today. So he's going to be on the precipice of 1,000 yards, which I know 17 games is different, but I'm just looking at some people love stats here so much, and
we gave him the stat. Caleb Williams,
yeah,
all-time NFL record. Can they ignore that?
pizza capital of the world, untouchable. Go to New Haven.
New Haven.
It's not weird.
Not
It's
weird
just a
at
fact.
all. It's the best pizza you'll ever have, bud. And that's not a lie. I keep it 100. The reality, will they talk? Maybe they'll write, one of these reporters will write an article on Caleb Williams.
I will
then
say this,
take
and I
the
think
NFL record.
I think this is where
Sorry,
did I
go ahead.
Eric had it. They seem to throttle back Manan guy. Don't forget, he came up on the injury report this week with an ankle, so that could have been an issue, because I think he re-aggravated it again today. He came off the field limping at one point when he got tackled for a loss. So, and I'm not justifying. There's no reason for him to drop the football, but I'm just saying that could be one of the reasons, because they were clearly using Swift much more.
Saw some good effort from Grady Jarrett today. He also got a sack. The edge rush, man. What's his name? The kid they traded for.
It's Shoyanka. Yeah, he was 0 for 2 as we had. I tweeted out that he was 0 for 2 as we head to the bottom of the 7th, because he was right there on 2 of them. But listen, Phil, and this is the thing, and people are going to fall in love with stats, and this is where they don't.
Eric went with us, Shane, to Modern.
Yeah, right. Well, not me.
And Claudio. Sorry.
Yeah. But
Claudio, we forgot. Shane wasn't there then.
Yeah, I wasn't there. The first time I wasn't. Claudio still forgot. But Austin Booker, he looks like a child playing patty cake out there in terms of his hand usage. There was one time, Phil, and I know you'll see it on tape, he was standing straight up, just going like this.
Oh my God. I wrote it in the chat because it comes up as me and you probably. Just says TTNL. So Shane and I, you just have to see the structure of sentences to try to differentiate who's talking. But I was like, Austin Booker's play edge angles are he could be so good if he can improve these angles and hand usage. You're 100%. I know exactly the play. He just decided to stand there and play patty cake.
By the way, Phillip Rivers' completion percentage today, not good. 3 for 9 so far.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Last night, Steph and I had a frozen New Haven pizza, Zapardi's, which is in West Haven, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Little late night pizza slice from me and Steph.
Right. Untouchable. That's the entire point, and that's why I brought that up. But he was also playing against an entire line of backups out there. So let's not forget that. So you should see that. We'll see what he does next week. Hopefully he comes through. His hand usage is beyond subpar.
100%.
Just is.
He's got talent.
100%.
He just has to get
a
little lower in his rush.
On a good team, Austin Booker is a 3rd or a 4th pass rusher at this point.
Jervon Dexter is awful, to be honest. I'm sorry. He's just...
And he's got all the talent in the world, man. He just doesn't know how to...
He is a paper plane in a wind. He just stands tall and he can't do it. I'm sorry. You got to move on from him. Again, Ryan Pohl's decisions in regards to his defensive line drafts, I just, you got to get a dog, man, a penetrator. Now, maybe the kid from Texas A&M was going to be that, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think that's a massive stretch. But, I mean, I love the attitude that Shamar played with for the little amount. But in terms of him being a big-time disruptor as a rookie, I can't go there.
I think we just got a touchdown from the Broncos here.
Yeah, I
ahead of us.
switched it over. But the Bullets, that's what we said. He was there on 2. He could have
Broncos.
He could have had 2 today, but Shador got out of the one. I thought he was going to have an ankle tackle on the one, but
Then he
Shador got out
chased
of it. Yeah.
underneath that one. Yeah, he missed that one. Billings had a good game.
340 my ass. That bro ain't 340. I'll tell you
Billings
that.
is still looking at how
I'm not sure he can even pull his
off.
jersey down over his belly.
They gotta buy a fucking tent to get his jersey. He had his white shirt sticking out. I do want to say, listen, why every player can't have DJ Moore's orange cleats? Those are sharp. If I'm the coach, though, I'm like, listen, we're all wearing the same color cleats. This drives me insane.
Yeah, in the NFL, I mean, everybody's got their endorsement deals and
they
everything.
all can wear the same color shade.
Yeah.
I don't care. It could be Nike, Adidas,
It's not college.
Everybody fucking cares.
College, you can't even do it anymore. But anyways, the Bears, $1.99, first game, playing complimentary football.
What's going on with Michigan, Shane?
I don't know. Where is Shuri?
Oh, my God.
Ben Hooper, 33-67, $4.99. I counted 5 drops. Caleb today was the most accurate rate all season. He was spinning the ball great. And Phil, spot on a lot.
Ben Johnson, I think.
Yep. Lucky. Yeah.
Oh, no, he's talking about Jalen.
Yeah.
The interception.
Brandon Morgan, 64-66, $4.99.
Shout out Chuck R., new patron.
Well, thank
Just
you, Chuck.
On my phone.
Love it. Shady McCoy actually said Shador was better than Caleb, and he was going to go out and outplay him today. Listen,
I loathe Shador. I just am not going to hide it. I just not a fan of the personality.
Here's the audio for people that didn't hear it. This is Shady McCoy talking about Shador Sanders versus Caleb Williams today. This was from yesterday. Oh, my bad.
We also have
Caleb. It's fair to say Shador Sanders is a number one. Caleb right now, to be honest. I see Caleb playing like this. I see Caleb playing off script, run the ball great. I don't see him playing like this. Yo, Shador is doing this in his second.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks, Shady. I mean, it was so dumb I fucking cut it off because you sound like a moron.
When morons talk,
yeah,
you could just see the agitation.
Shady wins our TTNL Steve Award for the biggest dumb fuck of the day. So good job. Good job.
God.
Our guy HL Priest, $2. Please talk about the importance of TJ Edwards. Yeah, you see an uptick, I believe, in the defense, in the physical nature of the defense with TJ Edwards out there, Phil.
Oh yeah, like I said, the two of them together are closing distance to tackling. You rally to the football. Here's the secret of why when you scout off the ball linebackers, what do I look for? What I want to see is better than 40 speed is football instincts. That's going to trump his 40 time. Does he understand what the offense is trying to do? And can he close the distance to create contact?
Right.
That's how you get bodies on the ground. Both Edwards and DeMarco Jackson were just honestly outstanding in that.
I think Scottish Bear is right here. I think he is way too heavy. He played the best that I've seen Andrew Billings play last year when he dropped weight, where you looked at him and you're like, oh, shit, he actually showed some explosiveness. This year, he just looks wildly out of shape.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was brought up by Dennis Allen, them wanting him to be more of an anchor, because last year, if you remember early on, Andrew Billings was more of a penetrator overall until he got hurt. So I think it's a
great game today, but you guys are right. I think if he was to drop 40 pounds, he would be a hell of a lot better.
HL Priest is back, $2. Phil, I think definitely a little CTE with Johnson.
100%. I don't know what he was talking about. An incidental contact. That was interference all day.
Yeah.
The holding call on Smythe was atrocious, and the fucking sack fumble was clearly going forward. What?
Yeah,
How? There was no whistle. He wants to control the game like a warden, that dude. I fucking can't stand that ref.
I'm just gonna call her Erica. $1.99. I thought Caleb never targets DJ. I mean, 6 for 49. Yardage wasn't there today, but the 2 touchdowns were, and one of the best touchdowns.
Shane, have another new patron, Tim from West Pullman.
Thank you,
Shout
Tim.
out Tim and Christopher Hart. So there you go. We got some new patrons. New thing I'm going to start doing. They pop up.
Keep them rolling. Ben Hooper's back.
New people in there.
$1.99. Chicago pizza sucks. Long Island pizza is the best.
Probably not.
No, it's not.
Long Island pizza's good though, because obviously
it is good. And Phil, and I can say this, and Phil knows that I'm not gonna blow smoke up his ass for sure, but I'm a New York guy, and I was skeptical and on the whole New Haven thing until I went there. Other than the fucking wait, it was well worth the wait, though. I'll tell you that. And it was fan-fucking-tastic. Best pizza that I've ever had. And not real close overall.
It's something you have to, like, Carrie needs to come back and come with me to order. If you're ordering with Canadians, usually you're going to get it wrong. No offense to Alex H., but I got to handle the orders so the pizza will be exactly what it needs to be. Ivan, Cherie, Jim Larison.
Did I put it in an order when I went there? I sat back. I let my guy handle the ordering, and then, went all in.
Everybody went in.
And Sandlin paid for it. So thank you, Chris Sandlin.
That's right. Shout out to the Sandman. How's he doing?
I don't know. We got to get him back on a show. Rusty Bridges says, real quick, what happened to Luther Burden? It's an ankle injury. If you go back to the replay,
like
you can see it.
Oh, stuck.
Well, it did, but early on it got rolled up on a little bit, and then his foot came out, and then, like you said, his foot went down in. Hopefully, it's not anything serious. And I don't know if William is talking about us. Now y'all like Swift. You didn't like him at first. I never disliked DeAndre Swift, but he was not. I think he always took a lot of heat. He left a lot of yards on the field, especially early, and he's totally transformed. And guess what? By the way, when people's play warrants criticism, it's okay to criticize them. And if their ascension to becoming a better football player is warranted, it's okay to pivot and praise them. That's the way the NFL works, and that's the way life works. These people that say, oh, no, you said back in 1987 that this guy, and you have to stick to that, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard of in my life. Players get better. Did you hear my pivot on Colston Loveland and the situation? I wouldn't trade Colston Loveland now.
Yes!
I'm elated that he's on the team and the Bears took him because he's the best catcher of the football on this team by a wide margin, Phil.
Bro, I hated the play before the half. I'm like, throw it up, Hail Mary into Loveland's direction. If there's one guy that's going to catch this ball, it's going to be him. I agree with you. He has the best hands on the football team. It's not even close at this point.
People always ask us, guys, we have TVs.
Pure bliss.
We have TVs in our studios. There's football going on and
We're
monitors
watching
and
Broncos.
everything. Yeah.
I wish I put it here, Eric.
Yeah.
Then I could disguise and just look, but then you'd see it in these.
I'll wait till you see the setup that I think I'm going to
DMC.
have at the new digs.
Wait, was it the new digs official?
Pure bliss.
You know what, guys? That's my phrase.
Not official, but
Oh, I thought it was official.
believe it or not, Phil's not tall, Eric,
I'm
so he has to
sitting,
look
it's
up.
right here.
Yeah, it's
I
on the
have to look
fucking
up.
wall.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna rearrange. Put my computer right now. I have a desk that's like a kitty corner desk. I think Steph's getting me a new desk, and then I'll
A
shoot.
kitty desk?
Kitty cornered.
I know. I'm just being a dick.
It is probably a kitty desk.
Oh, well, with that being said, I think we're going to wrap it up here. Bears win 31-3. Was I alone in standing up like, don't give up a fucking cheap ass touchdown here, please?
You were not.
That's where I was. But the Bear Down with Big Steve
flag is on the play.
Scheduled for tomorrow night, 9:30. Chicago Bears After Dark, or CHGO After Dark, tomorrow night at 8 p.m. East. I'm not sure if I'm going to be present for that one. I'm still looking. My son has a basketball game, so I could be away for that, but we'll see how that works out. But Phil, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I want to put a bow on this before you wake up for Victory Monday. It needs to be said. It's tantamount in football that you keep winning no matter who you face or how you play. But it's also important to keep that same energy that you always have. Now, leading into this game, everybody was picking against the Bears versus the spread or whatever it was. And they also were identifying Cleveland as a trap game and the number 2 defense, and has been aggressive, and they've been stopping major passers and blah, blah, blah. Then Caleb Williams goes out there and does what he does on this day. Keep that same energy that you had about the Browns. Don't try to let these guys off with this bullshit manipulation that now all of a sudden it was the Browns. No, what Caleb and company did out there today needs to be applauded. It's a testament to the football direction and the identity of this team. Are there things that they got to fix? Even the head coach said it exactly verbatim as Shane was saying it, as I was saying in regards to my rant. Coach Ben has me worried with these shotgun runs. And it was one run, Shane, I got to get off my chest. I want to not let it go away. With that Missouri delay.
Yeah.
Mesh delay run. That was before the 3rd and 1. I had no idea about that, but don't let these guys take away a win. Your 10 wins. Hopefully the Broncos beat these motherfuckers, and then we go out there. And this is what we want. You want Green Bay at home. You have everything to gain, in my opinion, to play this motherfucking team. Hopefully Luther Burden is healthy, because you're going to need him, and Odunze back. But if not, you roll with the guys that you got, and it's going to be an exciting week here at TTNL. We'll have the tape show this Wednesday or Thursday. As soon as I can get the tape, I'm going to try to get to it right away and break down this football team like no one else. Before we got another super chat, roast beef.
That's the thing that gets it. I honestly feel like it's that they're more concerned with stuff like that, what roast beef is talking about, than the outcome of the game.
These fucking motherfuckers.
Yeah. So, but guess what? We ain't going anywhere, right, Phil? Is that what we like to
They
tell him?
called that a holding penalty.
Phil, what are you looking at on your ceiling there? Is that what it is?
I'm looking at the Packers get away with one of the most tragic holding calls I've ever seen in my fucking life. That's what I just watched.
Right. And with that being said, the Chicago Bears moved to 10-4, and we still
Go Bears.
We still have a franchise quarterback in Chicago. How you like them apples?
Thank you for watching Bears Hour Live, the best post-Bears game show on the planet, on the Tape Never Lies Network.